Have you seen more competition for the kind of entry-level jobs that companies need now that more EU migrants are coming into the UK?
Well, I don't think we've actually seen more competition. I think that very often we see a real bias in terms of applicants coming from EU applicants as opposed to British applicants,
Why do you
especially
think
for
that is?
entry-level jobs. And I think that is because there is a perception maybe amongst UK workers that they don't want to do these entry-level positions, and their expectations maybe have been raised to the point where, you know, they have a vision of where they want to get, but not necessarily wanting to do the various stepping stones to actually get there. We find with, you know, for large recruitment jobs that we do where we're trying to fill positions, you know, last minute, funny shifts, different hours, etc., that we're inundated with applicants from the EU and not from British workers.
So it's not the case that there aren't the jobs there?
Absolutely not. I mean, we find we actually operate at all levels through, you know, senior roles right the way down to very first entry-level roles for 16-year-olds coming out of school. There are lots of opportunities out there, but not always are they applied for.
Opportunities for everyone? I mean, is it the case that EU immigrants are coming here, taking our jobs, as some people would have us believe?
Yeah, no, I really wouldn't say that's the case. There are so many jobs, as I've said, that are available, and I think it's a bit churlish to say that someone is taking our job. I think that that is actually an excuse, and very often, even now, because we're working very much with the very young market, we will help them build a vision of where they actually want to go. And I'm absolutely astonished very often where we come up with an entry-level position for them in a fantastic company, and they actually don't want to take it because their sights are set that much higher. And so we spend a lot of time with youngsters in particular, getting them to understand that you have to tread a path. And I think sometimes they see overnight successes, but don't see the interim steps that maybe we're more familiar with.
Just very quickly, do you think Britain is, in response, upping its game? We've seen more interest in apprenticeships, for example.
Very much so. And I think, you know, we have maybe lagged behind a little bit with the upskilling of our workforce, and the government are definitely doing something about that now with the apprenticeship, the whole apprenticeship programme, the introduction of the levy for large businesses, which means that large businesses now will have to pay extra tax, and that's going to go into a pot and be used just for apprenticeships. And I think that's our attempt at upskilling our own workforce, whereas, you know, up until now maybe we've had to pull on EU workers where we've not had the skills internally. And, you know, those particular workers have been upskilled outside of the UK, and we've not had to pay for it.
So we've benefited in some way.
Yeah, very much so.